Hey guys, how's it going? I hope you're doing well. So I thought that we could start with getting an oracle card and just kind of taking it from there, seeing what the theme is, seeing what's happening around that in your life. So we're using the Whispers of the Ocean Oracle deck. All right, so what are you going through? I kind of like this little choose your own adventure layout. Okay, so I think it's this one. Okay, so be insightful and established. Ground and rebalance your energy. Bring your awareness into the now rather than allowing it to occupy the past or the future. Okay, so that's something that I think you're going through right now. Let's see how you might be going through that. Specifically, what might be happening. Actually, you know what I want to do? I'm going to use these for clarification if needed, but I'm actually going to get your situation with these cards. This is the Field Tarot. Okay, so be insightful and established. Ground and rebalance your energy. Bring your awareness into the now rather than allowing it to occupy the past or the future. Okay. Seven of Cups. Choices. So I think that this is you kind of questioning certain things. What are you questioning about? Maybe something that you're starting or trying to manifest. Why are you questioning it? You're like running through, you're running something that you're starting through some kind of like system of, like checking if it's balanced with you, checking if it's doable, if it works with you. You're ultimately going to find out. There's a lot of stability in something that you're questioning. So whatever this is, I think that there's a lot of things that you're trying to, reorganize right now. And basically you're kind of going in circles with yourself about like, is this even something that's worth my time? Is this something, all of those questions. I think what you're going to come to is that like, yes, it is worth your time. There's like an energy of, this could have to do with home. It could also have to do with work. There's a lot of, it could be like physical labor too. This could be like career or like family. But it's also coming through as something that could be, like more physical. It could also be, it could also be like trying to get a resource or trying to acquire some kind of a product or some kind of an item where you're like going back and forth with it. Maybe that's kind of like a big purchase or something. Maybe this is you like looking even for something as big as like a house or a car or something like that, I mean, something as something that needs important decision-making skills when you're buying it. Also, like animals, like things like that. Okay. I feel like I'm kind of getting off on that. So, or like getting off topic. Wow. Say that in a more awkward way, please. So yeah, it seems like there's a lot of stability in it. There's also more stability being brought to your home for whatever reason. maybe this thing that you're questioning brings stability to your home, and maybe that's why you're kind of like, you're not feeling like you're able to quite set foot in that stability. But it seems like it's bringing you to a good place, so I would totally pursue that. I think that there's a lot of question marks about it, but it doesn't really seem like any of those answers are like a hard no or like absolutely not, that crosses all of my boundaries. It just seems like maybe some things are difficult about it, or like maybe triggering you in certain ways, and it doesn't necessarily feel like they're dead ends or a means to walk away from something completely, or yeah. Anyways, again, getting kind of off topic here. Okay, so this little noise is bothering me so much. Hold on. It's like, okay, hopefully that fixes it. No, it didn't. Okay. This is more about what you're manifesting. Why is it something about a long-term goal or vision? Why do you think that, what is it? What is it? Okay. For some of you guys, this is something that you want to pursue, but there's like a relationship that's kind of getting in the way. Or there's like something that you love that's like somehow in the middle of you and whatever it is that you want, that you're wanting. For others of you, this might be where you're trying to like go for something, but there's this, it's like a defeating feeling almost, like when you go and there's another obstacle, it's almost like you're wanting, you would feel a lot more reassured if there was like a lot more like love involved in that, even if it's not a love situation. It's just like, I think that you're wanting there to be a show of you know, affection or camaraderie or like compassion. Like you're wanting those things, and for whatever reason this thing doesn't seem to have a ton of that, but that doesn't mean that it's not for you. Like there's something different about this where it's like, you in pursuing your long-term vision, it's not something that's gonna give you some like the good back immediately. It's something that you're building, and the more that you stick with it, the more you'll see it. And I think that's why this is like, be insightful and established. This is why this is what you're working on, is grounding your energy, because it's like trying to get you to almost remember why you started this. And I think the reason why you, the reason why you're interested in these things is because you thought that they would better your life. You thought that they were worth going for. You thought that they were in alignment with you. You thought that you were doing something that you are truly connected to. So it's just kind of saying like, try not to lose sight of that, and that you are, sometimes you're going to have to fight for those beliefs, and you're going to have to fight for those things by playing the long game in them. But yeah, it's like, I can't quite put my finger on it. There's something else going on where there's either something going on in the background that's like irritating from another side, where you're like, oh, that's really frustrating. I don't know if I can continue to deal with that. Or, and this could be both, or there's something in your mind that's kind of like, it's really difficult to trust that something someone loves you back, or that what you want wants you to, like, it wants you to go on that path. There's some kind of like difficulty of trusting that unless you're seeing it. So maybe some of your like, maybe some of this grounding and rebalancing your energy is to rest more in your knowing of your intuition and like following it and giving it the good, you know, like fighting that good fight almost to try to see something through, even if it's just like, feels like there's an obstacle here and an obstacle there, and there's little bits of progress or feeling like you're overcoming those things, but nonetheless, like it feels like you're overcoming certain things. Because the biggest thing here, I think, is that you're overcoming these challenges within yourself. The challenge of self-belief, the challenge of manifesting something from start to finish, the challenge of sticking with something even though what you're getting back from it might not always reflect what you want from it. It's like your heart's in it. And I think that you know that, but there's something about you that might back away when you feel like, nice voice crack. When you feel like it's not all, I don't know, like there's not like this grand archway that presents itself that says like, yep, all lit up, like this is the path. I think that the thing that you're really working on right now is like establishing a belief system within yourself where you're like, I choose the path. Like, I get to choose to keep going on it. I get to choose to not kick myself out of the race before I really lose it, you know? Because I think that little, like, small and subtle changes in this are going to make you feel like you're kicked out of the race. You're just, like, you're experiencing sensitivity. You're experiencing neutral feedback. You're experiencing obstacles, like just real world obstacles. And I think that a big thing of this is just like, yes, you are experiencing these things, but also those are kind of just par for the course at this point. You know, like it can be, two things can be true. You can pursue your dreams, and the pursuit of those dreams doesn't have to be all happy and feel good and all of that. Like the feel-good moment can mostly come for when you rededicate yourself to whatever it is that you're wanting to be involved with, despite getting all of these subtle cues that might make you want to take action on those things. It's kind of like, you could be like hypersensitive to, you know, other people's emotions, other people's thoughts, stuff like that. You could even have like almost an avoidant attachment style, or like kind of just an attachment style where it's really risky to get too close because of how you know you've experienced pain in the past, especially if it's from like the same person. And this is just like something about you is ready to challenge those own beliefs within yourself so that you can accomplish something that may or may not be, you know, have anything to do with the past things you've experienced. Like I personally believe that this is something else that you're pursuing that's like, you're just kind of going and it's rocky and it's bumpy because it's your first time doing it, and like really going for it, and or maybe it's not your first time, but it's kind of like the first time in a long time that you feel like you've been doing that. And so you're not going to know everything, right? And it's going to feel like you're out of your wheelhouse, but that's all the more reason to pursue it if it's something that, you know, changes you, in a way where you can actually pursue bigger things that are a part of you. So it almost seems like you're trying to pursue this big thing, and like all these past things are trying to challenge you from that. And it's like, there's this energy here where it's like, trying to just not let the past affect the future by trying to separate the two. So when you're trying to rebalance your energy, when you're trying to bring awareness in, if you have fears about the future, if you have memories or hesitations about the past, or like hang-ups about the past and hesitations about the future, it's kind of just like, how much, I think it's going to be like this month especially, how much within this month can you show yourself that you can just realign to what it is that you want? And go for it. So let me pull a card, because I know I'm gonna watch this back to like check sound and everything, and I'm gonna pull up to the part where it's like, hey, you should have pulled energy on the person that could have caused deception before. Okay, so what else do we need to know about that? 7 of Wands. I think that you're like choosing to be brave about something and like try something in another way. And this is about like sticking to your guns, like showing up as you are now, which probably is different than before, than they've witnessed your energy before, but also like being open to their side of things. That kind of tells me about like what you're doing and how you're handling it. And then I kind of want to get a card on like how this person views you. This person is viewing you as someone that they're trying to reconnect with. I don't know if this is like a past person, or if this is something that's, coming back around, like one of those on again, off again things. But it seems like whatever this is, and I guess it doesn't really have to be, let's get one on like what type of relationship this is. Well, it's going to end up better and different. And this is also a card of like moving on to more like flow within a situation, or actually just like within your life in general. So whatever this is like, there's something that you are hesitant about committing to because you're like, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna like bite me in the ass. It's gonna be whatever. And, those are just like some side quest thoughts that you have about it. But I think overall you're also trying to allow it to be in your life. Like, in whatever way it is, you're trying to have acceptance over them, like for them, and acceptance for yourself, and also like strength to display how you're feeling about things and like what's going through your head. You're just setting up boundaries so that you can be who you are. Like, that's an energy of someone who like feels passionate in a situation, but can really that passion has to be met with like healing first, like healing things within first. And so I think that's where this grounding and balancing thing is coming from, is because like, it's reminding me of the quote, I forget who said it. I want to say someone like Brené Brown said it, or like Young Pueblo or something, or maybe one of them posted it, but it says, healing creates the foundation for true ambition. And so like, as you heal these things, it's almost like your passions can come back to you, and that's scary and that's chaotic. And there's a lot more to deal with than just feeling shut off to a situation. But I think that these are like all normal things that you're going through, of just trying to like figure it out one step at a time, as opposed to stay outside of it and then figure it all out and then come back when you're ready. It's just like a lot more doable in this way, and you're not disconnected from yourself because you're scared to connect to something else, like that is a part of you, or that you do have feelings for, you do have passion for. I really like this because it is like a dream coming back. It also could be someone coming back, or someone kind of coming back around, being like opening up again, trying to, you know, meet you in a healthier space. I just want one more on this and I don't know why. Okay, whatever this is, whatever this, this like manifestation thing, this project, or whatever you're trying to aim for that would bring a lot of stability that you're questioning, it's going to bring a ton of money. I just want to say that. It's going to bring a ton of money. Oh yeah, it's going to bring a ton of money. You're going to be feeling really good about that. And I think that also in that you're, this is one of those things where you see the fruits of it you see the fruits of your labor later. So like a lot of this is going to be about the mental work of like, how much can you have control over your own veering from the present moment, and from how you are, what you're presently seeking, and the goal that you're focused on. Like, how much can you recenter? How much can you come back to now? How much can you just be in that moment? It's almost like that's the ticket forward, because that's where you're going to see that, yes, there are obstacles, but this is what I'm going to do about it. And then you're going to like make the call, and then you're going to send the email, and then you're going to go check something out. And then you're going to like, it's creating, healing those thought patterns where you kind of like psych yourself out and pull yourself out before you're really like even failed at something. Basically, I see you getting to this point where we'll let them pass. Okay, so basically I see you grounding yourself, rebalancing your energy, and like learning to do that more and more, and just kind of like observing situations more than reacting to them or trying to change them. Just kind of like reprioritizing, just getting your own needs met, making sure you're in alignment with chasing your own dreams and goals, like just refocusing. So I paused for the plane to go by, and then we have more. And then if this is someone that you are kind of coming back together with, it seems like there's this new energy from you coming out where it's like you're more assertive of your views or what you're trying to accomplish, or you're more able to set boundaries when it feels like someone's kind of, you know, trying to control you or trying to do whatever. This is you acknowledging when it's appropriate to set a boundary, and when it's appropriate to like speak up and speak your mind. And I think that the biggest thing you would notice is like that, like a healthy thing that would come out of this is that basically when you do that, the other person starts to go, oh, I didn't realize, like now I get it. And if that's your situation, then I think that things could have been different in the past, and now they're a little bit smoother because like you're just not allowing people to walk over you, you know, or like cross your boundaries. You're showing up for yourself a lot stronger this month. And if they still continue to do that, then let's just pull a card for that. See, I don't even think that they're going to still continue to do that. I think that you're going to get a lot more, I think you're just in general going to get a lot more flow from your relationships and from situations that you're in because of your ability to assert yourself and remind yourself of what you're chasing and like just really show up for yourself. And then like tackle these kind of more mental things that are going on where you end up being like, sorry, I'm looking at the time, I'm getting all distracted, but what was I saying? Yeah, where you kind of like go, oh, you know what? I have a way of dealing with this. I have a way of rebalancing. I know what to do here, and I know where I'm going with this. And just kind of reminding yourself that like, hey, it wasn't dumb to have that thought. Like there's a reason within yourself that it came up, and let's trust that and like lean into it. That definitely feels like a more new version of you, but a very like long awaited one, you know? Yeah, and kind of like knowing the difference between like what's an obstacle and what's a boundary. Like when someone's setting a boundary, it's not an obstacle course to get through, right? And I think that that's what you're noticing when you're able to set clearer boundaries, is that like you notice people don't try to cross your boundaries as if they're obstacle courses anymore, because you understand how to keep them set. And I think in turn, you also feel like maybe you're learning what another person's boundary is, like, and how to respect it better because you're able to do that for yourself now, or like you're able to do that more and more for yourself. And then also like knowing what's the obstacle and how the obstacles are kind of meant to be like pushed through. Like the boundary is kind of the door shutting to any further of that, you know, behavior or whatever. And the obstacle is just like that you want something and there's something that you have to go around to get that. But you don't have to go through a person's boundary to get that. Maybe you have to go through a system. Maybe you have to go through a program. Maybe you have to go through a series of advisors, but you don't have to like cross someone's personal boundary to get there. So I think that's all stuff that you're learning to be a part of, you know, this month. And yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you. So good luck with that. And I'll see you in another video. All right, bye.